we have to wait and see how this pans out.
Right.
I mean, until
And that's
we
why
know.
I say down the road.
Yeah.
Because we've got to figure this out and make sure it's going to be feasible. So, but that's it for Schedule D, and Schedule F is just the questions that we have to answer. Do you have a cost allocation plan that describes the methods you use in distributing joint costs to services or activities? And a lot of that is the tracking that we use. That's how we go back and say, okay, this is what I looked at in order to come up with this information. The other big piece is number 3, the basis for distributing indirect costs. You have to be able to prove that, so I have to attach this cost advisory service letter with it that validates what I used there. So, and that's basically it for the cost report, unless you have any other questions.
We need a motion to approve the projected case management cost report.
So moved. I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded that we accept or approve the projected case management report. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
And then I need a signature on this. We were told that technically the preparer is the only one that has to sign it, but I guess I'd feel better if you all signed it, if that's all right with you.
The report?
Yeah, just the signature page. And it's 2/3 of the way down.
Want it here, or yours, mine under yours, or how do you want it?
I can just sign behind you. And then I just have a couple other things. We are ready again to look at the waiver slot, and we've been told, which we're using everything we have plus one, but we've also been told that with the FMAP changes, which is all those credits that we're going to be getting because they reduced the percent that the counties pay, was 33.7 or 37 point something, I can't run it off the top of my head, but because of those changes, we can't reduce the number of slots we have. But like I said, currently we're using all the slots that are available to us, and it makes it look like we're actually using more than we were approved for. But what has happened in the last fiscal year is we've had 2 people go off the waiver. One of them is probably back on now, but they hold those slots open for a year, in case they come back in, and then they can just slide back into their slot. I think maybe the one was actually last fiscal year, but this year we had one go into an ICFMR, so her slot is technically still open and available, or considered being used, and that's why it looks like we have one more than we do. So, but I don't know what her status is going to be. I think she's definitely one that could go through the Money Follows the Person program and come back out before her slot is up. So I am requesting that we have one more than what it says we currently have. And the other way to look at that is it's a whole lot less expensive to have a slot waiting for someone than it is to pay 100% county. So that's what they're recommending, that we either stay the same or go up one. Plus we can do this twice a year. And in another 6 months, if we haven't used that slot, then we don't need to ask for another one.
What do you mean when you say slot?
An MR waiver slot?
What is a slot? A bed?
Basically, it means that our county has requested so many places.
Placements.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and not placements in the sense of in a facility, but it's like the state's way of saying, we're going to help you serve this many people by allowing these many, what they call slots for you.
Okay. Right.
And even if you go over, they don't come and slap your hand or anything like that. It's just a way of kind of monitoring so that you don't have somebody out there that's only requested 23 and they've got 57 people on there. It's kind of just a checks and balances, but you don't get in trouble if you stay under or go 1 or 2 over, because there's somewhere else there's a county that has requested, it's not part of your budget, but somewhere else there's a county that has maybe requested 57 slots, but they never use more than 53. So just kind of a way of the state keeping track of what kind of money they're looking at, so.
Okay.
And we have had quite a few referrals, so I thought it would probably be a little safer to ask for at least one.
Have we had any contact for money policy person? Are we going to have anyone that is eligible?
We'll probably be having one in the fall. I talked to Dawn, well, it's probably been a month or so ago now, and she does have one that is a Sac County resident. And there's another one that has asked for assistance, and no, that's not Sac County, forget that one. But yeah, we do have one that she's been working with since maybe 3 months after she started, so we probably will have one coming our direction in the fall, is what she said.
That was that big grant for trying to get individuals who can and want to be out of ICFMR into the community, and that's Dawn's job, you know. And so that's why I was wondering if we had anybody eligible.
Yeah, and they come with their own slot. So they won't take up a slot. They automatically come with their own slot.
Oh, do they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just like the kids, when they turn 18, they come with their own slot. Makes your head go like that, doesn't it?
It kind of makes sense in a way, because if you have a full sheet and you have someone that can come back less level of service, that they would have the help to do that, which is part of this federal money.
Yeah. So, but yeah, and that person is living in Storm Lake right now, so she's going to be real close to the individual that we're looking at in the fall. So.
I need a motion to approve this for me to sign.
We would approve 44
Slots, yeah.
Slot machine. Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we set our number at 44 available slots for the coming 6-month period. It's not 12
Yes,
months.
it's 6 months at a time. We'll do it again in October. And these came out really, really late this year. You're supposed to have them like first and middle of April, and I just got that last week. Nobody knew where they were. And then I got 2 sets because the first one was not accurate and they had to send another one out. So.
Okay. I'll call for the question. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
And the last thing that I have to go over is, I don't know whether this is something that we can do open, maybe if I show you, Rick, what it is, because it does involve confidentiality, and I need a signature stating that the individual is a Sac County resident. So I guess I've never done this before. I don't know. I need a signature from the chair stating to this facility that we are responsible for that person. So.
Do you know how we've done that in the past? I don't know that we've even done it in the past.
Well, I did look in there, and Dawn has come up, but it's been probably a couple years since any of them have had to be done. I don't know whether you can.
It's just a form saying that we are legal settlement,
yes.
legal settlement for one individual.
Is that? Did you just discuss that with the supervisor from that district?
No, I talked to, there is a CPC application that does validate that the individual does have legal settlement in Sac County, and I spoke with a person from the University of Iowa Healthcare, and I think it's just a matter of she either thought she'd already sent the paperwork and never got it back. I couldn't find any paperwork, so she resent it, and this is actually someone, it's kind of an old thing. It's from 2008. It was for an inpatient visit, and they've never been able to bill for it because they didn't have an acceptance from the county. And I looked, like I said, I looked through their chart, and I think she either, now this gal wasn't there when this took place, so she doesn't know whether it was never sent to us, but either way she needs it now. And
As long as, I guess, as long as you know that it is a legal resident,
yep.
and that legal settlement should be with us.
I
I mean, there's no,
so,
I don't
yeah.
think it
I went
requires.
back and looked at that, so.